The same thing I say all the time, be solid, be transparent.
And then the crazy part is not only are we learning how to deal, because here's the thing, you never stop learning. Let's get into it.
Get into it. No. Blended, blessed, and building. That's the Williams legacy right now. You remember that? We had on blue. This was before I got in my all black kit.
We all had on the same shirts. We took a family trip because we have 4 children. She's 23.
She'll be 24 this year. Desiree like me. Desiree already might be 30. I don't know.
She's 23. She'll be 24. We have DeAndre.
So it's 19.
DeAndre's 19. The twins.
And a 10, Daniel.
But when the twins were about maybe 2.
Yeah, we took them to Disney.
Had our shirts blended and blessed. But you know what that makes me? The other day, Darrell you said to me, do you know what the twins just asked me?
Yeah.
I said, what did they ask you? Am I their biological father?
It was about to be some smoke in the city. What you talking about? Am I your biological? Boy, what you, okay.
But here's the $1 million thing. We're a blended family, right? But nobody really would know it unless you know us prior to. I remember the truth of the matter is it was always about being blended and blessed. But it was my Uncle Reuben that said to me, Tenisha, enough with the blended and blessed thing. Y'all aren't blended. You're not a blended family.
We're a family.
We're just family.
Yeah.
And that really meant something to me. And the reason why the twins asked you that the other day, you don't know this, but they have been, part of it. They've been
tell me.
Inquisitive. They've been so inquisitive because they just recently found out, probably within the last year, that DeAndre, our 19-year-old, is not my biological son. And just recently, until the other day, that's the part that you missed.
Okay.
Dylan asked me, he started asking questions.
Yeah, fill us in.
Did you know Daddy when Desiree was born?
Oh, they slick with it. The boys slick with it. Who said that, Dylan?
Dylan.
I know it.
And I said, no. Started asking questions and they said, oh, was Desiree my sister? And then it's DeAndre. And I said, yes, because you have the same mom. And then they said, well, is DeAndre our brother? Yes, because you have the same dad. And it's just so interesting to me that at 9 years old, because of the family that we have created, they're just now understanding or even trying to understand what a blended family really means.
In my house, this is how we do things. In our house, we show love across the board. There was no stepson or a stepdaughter. It's my baby girl.
Yeah.
The same with you. With DeAndre, that's my son. You didn't show him any less love. You didn't treat him any different. And same here. I didn't treat baby girl any different from the beginning. I remember in the beginning, it wasn't daddy. Of course it wasn't daddy. Desiree, hey, Daddy Darrell. And then she said, Daddy Darrell, hey, Daddy Darrell.
With the attitude?
Yeah.
With her ponytail?
Ponytail with the listen, talk crap. I made some of the ponytails for her too now. I'm still listening. I've been daddy a while for baby girl. That's my baby girl.
So we've been, 12 years?
Yeah.
12 years. You came into Desiree and you came into our life probably when she was, oh gosh, if she's 23.
15 years ago.
Yeah, she was like
15 years ago.
11 years old.
Not even.
And it's been a journey. Me not even understanding how you would still be with me because that's how bad she was treating you, to her voluntarily changing her last name to yours because she wanted her college degree to read Williams.
Listen, did we talk about that yet? When I saw Desiree graduated from Florida State University, said she was Seminole.
At 19?
At 19 years old. Big shout out to you. You did your dollar with that one. You did your thing with that one. I can only imagine how you felt in that moment, especially having her so young and seeing her graduate across the stage. That was like, I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But for me, raising baby girl, and I remember when she was walking across the stage, you told me, hey, record the name on the screen and you're going to get a separate angle with her walking across the stage because we're going to put a video together. And when I saw Desiree Williams. I need my shades right now. Listen, I didn't even have my shades. I'm like, oh my God, the big tough Darrell over here. I'm like, I'm about to hit the floor. I'm so proud. I felt so appreciated. I felt so loved. Man, Desiree Williams.
Yeah.
I couldn't even, I don't think I got a good video. It was personal for me because I didn't even know. Fellas, you matter. You matter.
Yeah.
I want to tell y'all here, stand on business with your family. Stand on business with your kids. Be the example. You are important. You matter. Make sure you stand on business when it comes to those kids. Make sure you stand on business when it comes to your relationship with your family. You need to be the guy.
I didn't even realize, like, for me, being a teenage mom and like as a single mom going through that. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a lot, you know, to be able to witness both worlds, like to be able to witness what it feels like to raise a daughter as a single mom and then get to see the beautiful moment, you know, of you being a dad. Because I didn't have that with her the first half of her childhood. So it's just beautiful to see. Like I understand the importance of having mom and dad. I feel like the Bible is just so plain and so simple. You know, if we were to truly follow the principles of the Bible, it just would all make sense. You know what I mean? Because I have witnessed how important it is for a child to have both parents.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're not her biological dad. The other day, what did she put in a text message?
Oh man, so now you're gonna have me up here crying.
Put a picture. So we have a family group chat. And I put in the group chat a picture of me and you.
An early picture of me and you. That probably 2012 picture.
Yeah.
And excuse me, that probably was a 2010 picture.
And she said, forever grateful for who stepped up. Wouldn't want life any other way. Williams. And I know what she went through not having her biological dad. Like, I know the struggles that she went through. And like, to be honest, other men probably wouldn't have been able to even take the attitude that she gave you, but you always just chalked it up and you still always said, that's my baby girl. And now you guys are just inseparable. And to see the woman that she's becoming, it is really because of you. You know, I think that blended families are so special, so important. I'm just thankful, especially where Elite was around, right? When we were going through the trials of her being a teenager, because the truth of the matter is she wasn't happy about us having twins.
Yeah.
She lashed out. She was 14, so she was used to just being me and her.
Yeah.
Then she had to get used to DeAndre. Then when we said we were having twins, oh God. But we had to do that while building a business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people see the glitz and glam now, but we went through the valleys.
We did. We really did. And honestly, I think we were built for it. You get what I'm saying? Because it wasn't about the moment right then and there. The stuff that we were going through. The bigger picture is, this is my family. Me as a man, as your man, your husband, as our kids' father, out of all of the hats I wear, father, dad is the most important to me. So I never wanted to make any one of my kids, any one of our kids feel less than. Ultimately, no matter what you did, no matter what my kids had done or whatever, no matter what they did to try to lash out, because I understand they were lashing out. Ultimately, we built this family to last.
Yeah.
So whatever I need to do, However many times, how many lashes I need to take from you, I'm gonna take those because I'm still gonna be dad.
And this is where when it's time to like kind of shift and talk about boundaries, because as a man, how do you know the proper boundaries to set in place, even on the blended side from your point of view? You know, the truth is, it's real raw in real estate. We had many issues over the years with not just on Desiree's side, but even DeAndre's side, balancing DeAndre's biological mom plus me. Like, this is a story that many men really have a
Of course,
with.
of course.
Making sure their wife is happy while also keeping the peace with their children's mother if it happens to be outside the home. Like, how did you finally figure out how to set boundaries and what's that line of respect?
I wanted to take care of my home. I not wanted to. I needed my house to be happy. And at the end of the day, I can always hang my hat on just being solid. Just make the solid decision. I don't gotta bash you. All I gotta do is provide for mine and be who I'm supposed to be for my kids. Now I know, especially these days, being who God has called me to be. The reality is, I felt like it was the boundaries were being crossed intentionally to kind of cause disruption for whatever that reason is. I'm a dude. I'm a guy. I can't explain or express why girls do what they do. Maybe you can enlighten them on that part.
No, I can't.
But at the same time, just be solid. I experienced the poking. I experienced how certain things made you feel and how I tried to handle them. So I tried to, again, not trying to be perfect. I just wanted to be transparent. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm feeling about these things. This is what's going on. I don't know why. This is what I'm doing. This is the response to it. So I'm living my life wide open. Of course, I want to respect my wife's boundaries and the boundaries in my home. But I got outside influences that I can't control what they do. I can control how I respond. I can control my actions, but I can't control someone else. So because of that, this is what's going on, babe. You see it for yourself. You see my response in real time. Hey, babe, this is what I'm. And in actuality, we've been close, like extremely, extremely close. I want to say since the beginning. So you see how communicating with the other party made me feel. So you will see my reaction and be like, oh, what's that? I'm like, man, this is what's going on. You see me respond, and then you see a response come right back. And my reaction is a certain reaction that it was uncomfortable.
I think that you being open, to be honest, because some men, you know, it's not even that they're trying to hide something. It just could be simply because it's an uncomfortable situation.
It's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. And I have friends that are dealing with similar situations. And I know it's uncomfortable. Sometimes guys have pride and ego. I got it. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to handle it. And then you handle it in the dark. Not necessarily in the dark. You handle it without being transparent. And that brings about another feeling. It's not an isolated issue. Even in the new space that I'm in, guys are dealing with this. Successful men and guys that are building and learning who they are dealing with it now. The same thing I say all the time: be solid, be transparent.
With that said, now it's like, look at like, it's just, I don't want to call it perfect, but you have, because the twins just made me put it all together. You know, we have Desiree, you know, we have DeAndre, the blended children who we treat as our own and call them our own, but then God gave us twins.
Yeah, he gave us double. He gave us double.
Jay said that the other day. And I really wonder how that made him feel, because this conversation that I'm telling you that I had with Dylan was in front of DeAndre.
Wow.
So afterwards, DeAndre said, oh, I never thought about that. They get to experience both parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said.
Well, this family dynamic thing is something serious, man. It is something serious.
It's a lot. And then the crazy part is, not only are we learning how to deal, because here's the thing, you never stop learning.
Yeah.
As a parent, never be a parent that stops learning. You have I learned to apologize to my children. You know, oftentimes the older kids always say, oh, you weren't as nice to us as you are to the younger siblings, or oh, we didn't get treated like that. I think that all older siblings say that.
Yeah.
But normally the parents' response is, you know, they just kind of brush it off or they kind of deny it. But I tell my children, you are absolutely right. I was not personally developed when I was raising the first majority of their childhood.
Yeah.
So the discipline was different. The reactions were different. The communication was different.
Yeah.
What went into their ear gates, what we listened to was different.
Yeah, that is
Back
very
then,
true.
TV. I don't even watch TV now. So, and I apologize. I apologize to my first two children, telling them that, you know, I apologize for just really not knowing how to show up as my best self, not knowing when to refrain and what to hold in and what to actually say. And I think admittance prevents resentment.
Hold on. Say that again. I got listen.
Yeah.
What? Say that again.
Admittance prevents resentment. A lot of children resent their parents mainly because the parent refuses to admit any wrongdoing. I admit it. I didn't know, because so many things is learned behavior. And when we become adults, we have to learn to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Some things you have to unlearn. Some things you want to, hey, I want to be just like my mom or dad. But other things you have to unlearn.
Yeah.
And I had to unlearn my communication or my reaction to things, because a lot of things I got from my upbringing, good, bad.
Thank you for unlearning some of those things, baby. Oh my gosh. Thank you for unlearning those things. What happened?
Thank you for unlearning some things.
I'm still working on it. You talking about apologizing to the kids. That's dope. Listen, I'm working on that part. I gotta get over there. But it makes sense though.
Well, since we have personally developed, you know, how have you been teaching the kids about building legacy now?
Oh man, my boys are coming with me. Not just my boys, even baby girl. I put baby girl to a couple of the projects and just getting them familiar with the language, getting them familiar with the process, a firsthand experience of what real estate investment looks like. How I could tell you how to earn money. I could show you how to earn money. But now I can also show you how to invest money and multiply money. You get a firsthand experience because that's what we're doing. So just including them in everything that I have going on and trying my best to make it seem as interesting as possible. Not just saying, hey boy, you can make a lot of money. Hey girl, baby girl, you can get a lot of, no, it's deeper than that.
So much deeper that I feel like legacy building, when it comes to teaching your children and showing them, the legacy building is more about the personal character
and mindset
in the business.
Mindset is is very important, but pass it down generationally.
Who you are personally spills over into who you are in business.
100.
I heard, I think it was David Banner on a video say the other day that his mentor taught him, that his mentor basically said that he does not do business with men who cheat on their wives.
Man, what?
Because if you'll cheat on your wife,
the person
what you gonna do?
Bed with,
you know, in business. So the reason why I bring that up is because I believe that the greatest assets, like the greatest things that you are teaching our boys when it comes to legacy, is how to be a faithful man, how to be an integral man, how to do proper business, like how to stand up confidently and say what you mean and mean what you say. And I watch them now learning how to be just as confident. You know, one thing I love about all four of our kids, this is the crazy part, they're all so different, but yes, they are leaders in their own right.
Correct.
Desiree is not trying to follow behind anybody. DeAndre don't care if everybody's going right, he going left.
Yeah.
Daniel just said the other day, remember he was talking and he said,
so you want to do this? You want to do this? No, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't want to be like everybody else.
That's
That's the same thing that Dylan says, and that comes from us.
Yeah.
Where They don't have to be like everybody else. They are their own individuals. And leadership isn't just about a title. It's about who you are when you look in the mirror. It's about understanding that, hey, you can be the lender and not the borrower, the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. And that's where true legacy begins.
And you could pass that down.
Yeah.
Fellas, pass it down. But in order for you to pass it down, you got to have it first. So I ain't say you got to have it right now, but you should be developing that.
Yeah, because there's something called spiritual DNA where you could think about people that, you know, their parents may have been abused, right? But then they end up being abused, or, you know, just generational curses where people are not looking to take on the same toxic habits of their parents, but yet they still do. And the same can be in return for the positive things. I'm so right now, none of our kids are super interested in real estate, even though they're all forced to get a little taste of.
You better get you a taste. You better.
Because, for example, our now you got me calling her 24, our 23-year-old, she has 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
3 jobs. It's crazy. So we already told you she graduated from FSU.
At 19.
At 19. I had her when I was 16. How big of a blessing is that, right? She has no children. Wait to get married, please.
Please.
Then we have DeAndre. He's 19. He's working. So, let's go back. Desiree, she has 3 jobs, meaning she works at 2 hospitals, and then she does part-time rental compliance for our brokerage.
Right.
Now, DeAndre is working in the office because he graduated high school. And then here's the twins. So sometimes it's such a surreal moment to know that here we are as a Black family, first generation in real estate. Let's not forget my mom, who also works at Elite
and lives with her.
And lives with us. Like, we are really building a real estate empire and teaching others how to do it, because our legacy is not the legacy that we create. It's the legacy that we teach other people to build for themselves, whether it be the elite agents or anybody outside of that who we're influencing.
Correct.
I know you've been tuned in. So like, subscribe, comment, share.
If you're building wealth, raising kids, sustaining your happy marriage, tune in. Brand new episodes every Sunday on YouTube and on all streaming platforms on Tuesdays.
Real, raw, and real estate. Stay tuned. And I think that people like me and you, super integral, super honest. I mean, most people, to be honest, in 2025 want to be pacified. They don't want to know the truth.
That makes perfect sense. That's why I said you got to be mindful of who you're sharing your ideas with, your thoughts with, because they very well can and will use it against you.